It's time for her to get out.
Documenting. Wait,
Yeah.
this is so cute.
Just get that girl because I'm telling you, somebody's there.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Loretta, and in today's video I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my birth story, and I'm also gonna insert some footage too for y'all because I was vlogging, well, attempting to vlog, but I did get a good amount of footage when I had went into labor and when I was in the hospital and stuff. But yeah, things didn't work out towards the end. It was a lot going on, so I wasn't really recording, but I will be inserting the footage that I do have. I feel like it's good footage and it'll just help show a visual of what I'm talking about. But warning, I look crazy in these clips, okay? So don't judge me, even though I know y'all won't judge me because I was pregnant as fuck. But just saying, don't judge me. I look fucking crazy. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully it's relatable. I feel like this will be helpful to women that are pregnant or want to get pregnant or whatever. I'm just telling y'all my experience. It brought me my beautiful baby and I'm so happy I went through it. I don't regret anything. And yeah, I'm just very proud of myself that I went through this, so I just wanted to share it with you guys. Okay, so I had to write down some bullet points on what happened that day because honestly, I had tried to record this video a few months ago and I didn't write anything down. And my thoughts were just all over the place. I just felt like I wasn't telling y'all everything that I wanted to tell y'all. So I made sure to write down the most important things that I want to talk about. So I had went into labor on a Tuesday. I gave birth on a Wednesday and I gave birth on April 12th, 2023. So I had went into labor the whole day prior to that. I was in labor for pretty much 24 hours. I don't know the exact amount, but it was pretty much 24 hours because I went into labor around 11 p.m. on Tuesday and I gave birth 11 p.m. the next day. So I was in labor that whole time. It was like a normal day. My boyfriend, it's so crazy because it was his last day at his job before he took paternity leave. So it was so weird how he set that date and I ended up going into labor that exact day that he had went on paternity leave. It was so weird actually. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm starting to record today because I may or may not be going into labor sometime this week, even though my due date is on Saturday. And I feel really weird right now. Yeah. I just feel like some type of pressure in my stomach, but I don't think it's contractions. It just feels like pressure, like she's burrowing down there. So yeah. We don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm just recording just in case because I'm going to vlog my labor. That's the plan. So yeah. But right now we're just gonna go get some food. He wants to get Jamaican food and spicy food they say spicy food can induce your labor. So yeah, I'm currently 39 weeks and 3 days. It's very big. And it's time for her to get out. Well, we had actually went to go get some food, some Jamaican food. I had some curry goat. It was so crazy because I don't know if it was my intuition. Y'all know I'm a Scorpio and we're very intuitive. I don't know, something just told me that something was gonna happen that day. I don't know. And my due date was on April 15th. So I gave birth 3 days early. So we had went to go get food and I was feeling some pain. It wasn't even really pain. It felt like cramps in my abdomen area. So he had just got off of work. It was around what, 5 p.m., 6-ish, or 7. And I was I just feel this weird pain and it felt like cramps, but I was just okay, I'll be fine. So we went to go get food. The place that we went to was probably 30 minutes away from us. So we had went there, got food, had ate in the car, and then we headed back home and I was still feeling the cramps and it was getting a little stronger. So I was finished eating my food or whatever, and then we went to lay in bed. It was only 5 minutes we was in bed and I just heard like, or felt like a pop down there. Water was like kind of gushing out. I was like, oh shit. I told my boyfriend, I was like, I think my water just broke. So I hurried up and went to the bathroom and sat on the toilet, and it was definitely my water that broke. So and also it was like this may be TMI, so I'm sorry, don't like if you get disgusted, but it was like some type of yellowish substance as well, and I'm gonna explain to y'all what that was once we get further along. But yeah, I ended up calling the doctor, and it was like, yeah, you need to come to the hospital right now. Okay y'all, so I'm back and it's a few hours later. We went and got food. It was really good. I didn't get to show y'all because but so my water ended up breaking like randomly. Like I just felt, I was laying down, we had just got back home, and I was still feeling like this pressure, and I still feel it right now, of like, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't even see how this is, I don't know, but anyway. And then I felt this pop like in my, you know, down there, and it felt like, it literally felt like a balloon. I swear I heard it. And then water started gushing out. So yeah, my water just broke. We called the doctor and they told me to come in. So we're headed on our way to the hospital. We're gonna have a baby probably tomorrow. So yeah, because right now it's 10:35. So yeah, we're heading to the hospital. It's about 15 minutes away. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys when something else exciting happens, or when we get into the hospital room. I don't know if they're gonna like admit me. I'm pretty sure they will. So yeah. So we went into the hospital. They checked me or whatever, and I was definitely in labor. Hey y'all, so we're in the hospital now, and we're in, I think this is called the triage room. And I changed into my gown and stuff. This isn't our permanent room or anything, but this is what it looks like. Got our bags over here. He's right there. And yeah, I just felt another gush of water come out. So this is actually really happening. Like, this is not for fake, this is for real. So yeah, I guess we'll see what they say. I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep me because I'm definitely having contractions and my water definitely just broke. So yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on what happens next.
And this could be the last ultrasound of this pregnancy. How crazy.
So excited.
You're getting so many. You guys have all your stuff? Oh yeah, you got all the stuff.
Yes.
You're documenting. Wait, this is so cute. Alright, I'm gonna drop this down, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna perch myself right here, if you don't mind.
Yep.
And then we can all see the screen. Alright, thank goodness we still have a head down here. That's the first thing I need to check. There's a little eyeball. Okay, now I'm just going to take a peek for your placenta. Scroll away. Way up at the top, the placenta. Have they told you that?
Yes.
You knew and you didn't tell me? I'm just kidding. And then the last thing is just a pocket of fluid. Whether or not you have a pocket doesn't really actually tell me too much in terms of your water being broken or not.
Okay.
That's really from the exam. Oh yeah. This is going to be...
Okay y'all, so I'm back and they put an IV in me with fluid supposed to hydrate me, and I'm currently 3 centimeters, so I feel like the pain is like it's like a 5. It's really not that bad. So yeah, if this is a 5 at 3, I can only imagine what it's gonna be when I get to like 9 or 10. So yeah, we'll see if I can make it through. I don't know if I told y'all, but I'm trying to have a natural birth. But I'm not opposed to like epidurals or anything, but I don't think I want that. I'm just scared of epidural. Like, that scares me more than a natural birth. I'll probably see if they can give me something else to like another drug. I saw some people take like laughing gas or something. So yeah, but I'm really excited because I'm having a contraction. I'm just really excited because I just want to see what she looks like and meet her, and yeah, I can't wait to see her. I look crazy, but I really don't care. Like, and I don't know, no one told me a symptom of pregnancy is you get a really black neck. So I'm actually really excited to just get back to like my regular self. I know it's gonna take a while, but the black like skin and stuff, it's not even just my neck, it's like other parts of my body too. Just like, I can't. But the skin is glowing, so that's great. And he's just here.
I'm so tired. I'm waiting to go to the next room. Like, I'm trying to get out of this room. Like,
Okay.
I need to put my feet up. And I got a blanket. I'm trying to bring my blanket out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also I'm just sitting in this like fluid that came out. So apparently she like pooped in me. So yeah, the fluid, I know it's like TMI, but it was a yellowish color, and it was like it kept coming out, and I'm just like sitting in it. So I kind of want to get off of this. But yeah, that's how things are going. Her heartbeat, you can probably hear in the background. And yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys when they move us to the next room.
This is a tour of the room.
Yeah, give me a tour.
This is my little station right here, y'all.
You can sleep there.
Yeah, I'll be alright. I'll be fine. This is, I guess, for the doctor or whatever. Then there's the weighing station when they take the baby when they get here or where and stuff like that. I ain't even supposed to be back here, but yeah. This is where the magic is going to happen. The time is, what's the time?
It's 1:44 a.m.
1:44 a.m.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
they
current
have to
time.
give me Pitocin
Cause what?
of her pooping in me, and they don't want to risk like it getting in her system. So
Yeah, so you gotta do what's necessary.
yeah.
Okay.
If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't get it. But
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want nothing to happen to her.
Yeah.
I don't want her to swallow it and then like.
Right.
But I know that's gonna make my contractions worse, so I need some drugs.
Oh. Okay. She got that good IV pumping. She already went through one bag. Got the second one on standby. Yeah, that's the first bag from early on the left. Yeah.
So yeah, but right now I'm feeling great. I don't want to be that great. Probably in the next clip, after they give me the Pitocin, because it's gonna make my contractions worse. So I don't know if I'm ready for that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But
And
I'm
we.
still not getting that.
Okay.
I'll be getting laughing gas or some type of gas.
Okay. So no epidural.
I'm scared of it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But hopefully the gas really does help.
You know you can always squeeze my hand if you want something to squeeze, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's really gonna help.
Okay. Well.
Okay, well, see you guys in the next clip. Still here. I'm honestly so tired. Still didn't get the Pitocin yet. So I don't know what time is it. It's 2:38. And I want to go to sleep, but I'm having contractions, so it's like, that's like impossible. So yeah, I just can't wait to get this like process over. But honestly, like, not like that, but like, I just know it's gonna be a lot, and I just want to get it over with. But it's okay. It makes me excited and happy to know that by tomorrow she'll be here, hopefully, or like by the end of the week. That's how I'm trying to think about it. So yeah, hopefully it's not too bad, but you know, you just never know. But I'm still here. They still have this thing on me. I don't know why. But yeah, still here. We're watching the Wayans brothers. And look at him over there. Y'all see him? I'm so sorry. That's the bed they gave him. He all like, he's tired. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys and give you guys another update. Maybe when I'm getting a contraction, because yeah, right now the contractions still aren't that bad. They kind of hurt, but they're tolerable still. So yeah.
The time 6:54 a.m. Baby's still being stubborn. Don't want to come yet. We've been here since 11. She's going through it with the contractions. Breathe, baby, breathe. I'm trying to like rub her back and stuff, massage her, make sure she's okay. It's okay, baby. I got some meditation music playing in the background. Earlier she was watching Martin, but you know, can't really focus on that, so I just put on some calming music. She ain't really want to hear nothing with no words, so I got some meditation music going on. Yeah. Peaceful journeys.
I think when I got to the hospital, I was probably like 1 or 2 centimeters or something, nothing crazy. So I had all the way to 10 to go. So that's why it took almost 24 hours. But so back to like the little yellow substance. So it turned out that she had pooped in me. So they said they had to like try to speed up the labor or whatever, even though it still took 24 hours. But they had to give me Pitocin because they said they don't want her to be in there for too long, because they don't want her to like swallow the meconium or whatever, even though she still ended up doing it. But yeah, they ended up transferring me into an actual delivery room. And yeah, so that was around like 11, probably 12ish a.m. Not to mention, I planned on having a drug-free birth. I did not want an epidural. I did not want anything. But Lord, let me tell you, okay? I ended up getting an epidural.
I'm gonna pull the band down kind of under your butt, okay?
Okay.
Can you lift up for me? Okay, other side. Good job.
I think I'm getting a contraction.
Okay. I'm just gonna feel with my hands, okay? Just feeling.
Alright, so Stephanie, can we say that our procedure starts at 8:34? And then we'll do a
Act 1, Scene 1. Where are we? What are we doing?
Okay, y'all, so what time is it? I don't know, I don't remember the last time I spoke to y'all, but right now it's 2:02. And they switched me to a different position. It's like way more comfortable. You don't have to move so much, friend. I promise you.
and I feel great. I haven't been in any pain since I got the epidural. So if you're thinking about getting the epidural and you thought you were going, or you were planning on going natural and you just feel like you can't do it, just get the epidural, because I'm telling you, it's a lifesaver.
And let me just pause right here and say, please don't have any expectations when it comes to giving birth. I had so many expectations. I said I wasn't gonna get the epidural, I was gonna do this, I was gonna do that. None of that happened, okay? You cannot go into this with expectations of what, because you never know what may happen, you know? And some people, they be going through with their plans, but me, I could not take the contractions, y'all. The contractions were killing me. By the time I asked for the epidural, I was only 3 centimeters. 3. I could not imagine how them contractions was gonna feel once I got to 10. I was like, I need the epidural ASAP. I can't. But yeah, so that was that night. I could not sleep. I did not sleep for the whole 24. Actually, no, I lied. I did sleep once I got the epidural, but while I was without the epidural, I did not go to sleep. Now, I wasn't opposed to the epidural, right? I wasn't opposed to it at all. I told myself, if I need that epidural, I'm gonna get it. But I ended up getting it, and when they put the epidural in me, I think my boyfriend recorded like a little bit of footage of them putting the epidural in. Y'all, it was terrible. Like, it was like the most traumatizing experience ever. For one, those nurses kept like poking me, like, you know, when they put the IV in you and shit. I don't know what they were putting in me. I think it was the drugs for the epidural. They had to put like an IV in your arm and then put something in your back or whatever, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, but I just know they had to poke me again. And this nurse kept fucking up. Like, it was really blowing me. Like, she was trying to poke me in my arm, couldn't find a vein, tried to poke me like at the top of the top of my hand. That didn't work. So it was so annoying. Like, the whole time I was in the hospital, I kept getting poked. It was just so annoying. Like, by the time I ended up leaving the hospital, y'all, had so many bruises on my arm. It was like very traumatizing, and now I think I just might hate needles. And also with the epidural, when they put it in your back, so they were putting it in my back or whatever, and I had moved, and I don't know if I fucked something up or what, or this may just be a side effect of the epidural, but my back still hurts to this day. And I feel it's like in the same spot where they poked me, like down somewhere in my spine. Like, it hurts so bad, y'all, still to this day. And I'm almost 4 months postpartum. So yeah, they gave me the epidural, and after that, y'all, I felt great. Amazing. 10 out of 10. I recommend the epidural. Please don't be afraid of the epidural. I mean, there's pros and cons to it, to each their own, but in that situation, in that moment, the epidural was amazing. After I got the epidural, it was pretty much just a waiting game. I had to wait for hours and hours and hours. Like, she was really being stubborn. So pretty much after I got the epidural, I was asleep like the whole time. So closer to the time that I had to give birth, I didn't know this. I just learned this probably like a month ago, but I almost got a C-section. I didn't know this. My boyfriend had told me this. He said like the doctors pulled him to the side and was like, yeah, so she might have to get a C-section if the baby doesn't like end up coming or whatever, because her heart rate was also like kind of dropping. So yeah, we're also going through that. So luckily I didn't have to get a C-section. I did deliver her vaginally, so I'm happy about that. So I finally reached 10 centimeters. It was time for me to push. I gave myself a pep talk in my head. I was like, y'all, Loretta, I was like, you gotta push with all your might. And also, I had the epidural. I did not feel a thing when I was pushing. I really didn't. Like, I just felt like pressure, kind of, but I didn't feel anything. Like, you really don't feel a thing, and it's so crazy. Still amazed to this day how I didn't even feel a thing when I was pushing. I think I pushed for about 20 minutes, and I probably did about like 5 or 6 pushes, and she came out. I ended up getting a 2nd-degree tear, so that sucked. Like, the recovery process for that was like crazy. And then she came, but unfortunately she did end up swallowing some meconium, which ended up messing with her lungs, which ended up messing with her breathing. So as soon as she came out, they had to immediately take her and put like a tube on her nose. I'll probably insert a picture of that too. When they gave her to me, she had the tube on her nose and stuff. So I unfortunately wasn't able to like, well, I think I held her for like a few seconds, but then they had to take her right away just to like make sure she was breathing properly and all that, because she did end up swallowing some of the meconium. But yeah, so that happened and I was really sad. I didn't get the like normal experience that you see a lot of other women have when they give birth. Like, you know, when the baby just lays on you and then you breastfeed and then all that. I didn't get that. Like, my baby ended up having to be in the NICU for a week, which I'm thankful it was just a week, but you know, it still kind of sucked that we couldn't take her home like right away. And yeah, it made me really sad, and I'm gonna try not to cry, but I feel like I'm gonna cry because I was just so worried, like when she was in the NICU and stuff. Like, it just made me so sad. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just sucks when you can't take your baby home right away. It kind of like steals the joy from you. You know, I was still happy and stuff, but it just sucked that we had to like go to the NICU every day to see her and stuff. But anyways, yeah, so yeah, she ended up having to go to the NICU, but I think I stayed in the hospital for like 1 or 2 days after I gave birth, and then they ended up discharging me. But while we were at the hospital, of course, we were going to see her like all day. So we couldn't record in the NICU because the technology of the phones can mess up like with the computers and the machines and stuff. But I really give props to the parents that also have babies that end up going to the NICU. Like, she was around a lot of preemie babies, and you know, it was just like, wow, these babies are so strong. And you know, it was a interesting and like heartwarming experience to have witnessed that. I also want to shout out like the nurses that work with NICU babies. They're so like, I just feel like they're so cool to me. That job is such a, you have to have a big heart to like work in that type of field, and I really commend the people that actually like are passionate about things like that and like take their time with the babies and stuff. But yeah, so I think it was like as soon as I gave birth, back to after I gave birth or whatever, they had to transport me to my post delivery room. I think that's what it's called. I don't know, but it's like a room they just take you to after you give birth, and they come and check on you and like take your blood pressure, and a lactation nurse comes in. So of course our baby wasn't with us because she was in the NICU, but we ended up like having to visit her like every day after I had her for a week, because she was in there for a week. Yeah, which was really sad. I will never forget that because I was just so worried about her. And at first it just seemed like the like situation she was in was so severe, but as days went on, she just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And you know, I started again feeling a little bit more relief after as each day went on. But in the beginning it was really, really hard. Like, I just felt so bad for her. She was like hooked up to all these wires, and at first she had to like eat through a tube, and she had all these IVs and all types of stuff. I'm gonna insert a picture of how she looked right here. But yeah, it just, I was like so sad after that. On top of the fact that I just gave birth, and you know, your hormones are all over the place, they're trying to regulate and stuff. It was just crazy. So I ended up not breastfeeding her. due to a lot of things. One being, I wasn't able to breastfeed her like right after she came out. Like, you know how usually when you give birth, they'll have the baby like latch on to you right away. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that because she had to go straight to the NICU. So yeah, I think that played a part. My supply it just wasn't where it needed to be. And granted, I could have probably did some things to like help, which I did try. I tried my best, but I honestly think stress played a big part in that, being as though like my baby was in the NICU. I was going through things too with my health, like after I gave birth. So that kind of like put stress on me a little bit. And you know, like stress does not help your supply. It actually makes your supply decrease. So I think that's what happened. I ended up having to just switch to formula, which I'm not ashamed of. You know, a fed baby is a happy baby. Of course, breastfeeding is recommended, and it's a lot of benefits to that. But if you can't breastfeed, I wouldn't stress yourself out about it, and I wouldn't feel guilty about it. Like, you know, it happens, and some people have good supplies and some people don't, and you shouldn't feel bad or make yourself feel guilty about it. There's that. So they ended up discharging me 2 days later on the 14th. And yeah, so we ended up going home. It was very painful. Like I ended up getting a 2nd-degree tear, which I had to get stitches for. So it was hard for me to like walk and stuff, and like my ankles were swollen and all types of stuff, y'all. But even though they discharged me, we still ended up going to the hospital almost every day, because, well, actually every day. We never missed a day that she was in the NICU. Like that, we never came. Like we went every single day. And yeah, we took my mom to visit her, his mom visited her, and yeah. So y'all, I ended up having to go back to the hospital because I was just having like shortness of breath. Also, my blood pressure was having like a hard time going back to normal. Like my blood pressure was kind of high, so there was that. I was having like shortness of breath. Like every time I would talk, I would feel like I have to cough, or like I couldn't breathe, which wasn't good. What else? What were my other symptoms? I think those were like the main ones. Oh, and like my ankles were really swollen, like my legs, they were really swollen. So I wasn't trying to go back to the hospital, y'all. Like at this point in time, I was so traumatized by the hospital. Like I did not want to see a hospital, a needle, a doctor, a nurse, none of that. But my boyfriend forced me to go to the hospital, which I'm thankful that he did, because I'm the type of person where if something's wrong with me, I'll ignore it if it's like nothing that's like too severe, you know, even though like it could be severe and I won't know. But you know, if it's not nothing that's like too painful and I can take the pain, I won't go to the hospital, whatever. I don't know, I just don't like hospitals, never did. I'm traumatized by them. But so my boyfriend made me go to the hospital just because like the shortness of breath was just getting out of hand. Like it was crazy. So I ended up going to urgent care first, because I just didn't want to wait in the hospital. So we went to urgent care and they saw me and they was like, yeah, you need to go to the hospital like right now, because I basically had like postpartum preeclampsia. So yeah, they wrote a note for me to go to the hospital, and the hospital like seen me within like 10 minutes. And I ended up having to spend the night in the hospital, y'all. When I say I was so sad, I was just so sad that whole time. Like I did not want to go back to the hospital. thankfully, I'm glad I went, obviously, because it was kind of for a severe reason, but I just hated it. Like, it was just crazy. Yeah, so I ended up being diagnosed with postpartum preeclampsia, and they had to give me magnesium to like help like bring my blood pressure down and to prevent like strokes and stuff like that. I'll put the definition or what postpartum preeclampsia is on the screen. But yeah, I had that, and it's very common in minority and African American women. So yeah, I had that, and that was also really hard for me to go through because the same day that I was in the hospital, my daughter ended up being able to get discharged from the NICU. So it was really crazy. Like, I'm in the hospital while my daughter could get discharged. We ended up not being able to get her the day that she could get discharged because I was in the hospital. I literally had to be in the hospital for 24 hours. And yeah, so they ended up discharging me from there. They gave me like 2 bags of magnesium, and it made me like feel so weird. Like, it made me feel so weird, like in my nasal area. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it made me feel kind of loopy. But yeah, I had to go through that. And yeah, I ended up getting through that and going home. So they ended up letting me go home after 24 hours. And then right after that, that very exact same day, we went to go get Aura, and that was like the best day of my life. I was so excited, and I was so pressed for her. Like, I just wanted to be able to experience having her home and like in her bed and all that. So we both were like so excited to bring her home, and I will never forget that day. And yeah, y'all, that was it. Yeah, it was a lot to get to this point. I'm so like, I don't regret a thing though. Like, I'm so thankful that she's so healthy now. She's so happy, she's so cute, like she's so perfect, and she's the happiest baby. She's so healthy. She has no problems with breathing, nothing. She's a happy, normal, healthy baby, and I'm very thankful and blessed that I'm able to even say that. Like, yeah, I love being a mom, y'all. Like, it just comes so natural to me, and honestly, I always wanted to be a mom. I know I said this in my Q&A, my chit chat, get ready with me, when I was pregnant. I always wanted to be a mom. I don't know, I just love kids, and I just love her. Like, she's such a happy baby. She's always smiling, always laughing, and she just lights up my day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned from it, and I hope that if you're pregnant, I hope you took some notes from this, or you know, just be open, just don't have any expectations, you know, pray, and yeah, everything will be okay. Like, motherhood is just such a beautiful thing, and it's just the beginning for me. She's about to be 2 months. I mean, 2 months. She's about to be 4 months next Saturday, and it's just so crazy. Like, I literally had a baby 4 months ago, and yeah, like, life is crazy. Like, it's just the beginning, and I'm excited to take you guys on this journey with me. I just wanted to record this video and put it out there before I like put any other videos with her in it, because I just wanted to, for one, I just want to be able to look back at this story, even though I'm gonna remember it, but I just wanted to look back at it, and I don't know, I just felt like my story is really relatable. It wasn't the typical like birth story, perfect birth story, whatever, and you know, everything isn't gonna be perfect. It's different for everybody. Everyone's experience is unique to them, and yeah, that's why life is beautiful. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, please. I'm trying to get to 10K subscribers, y'all, so if y'all enjoy the videos, please subscribe and comment ideas or whatever you want. I'm trying to get more personal and share with y'all my motherhood journey. So I'm excited for that, but I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video.